Well, good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on when you're on. Hello, welcome to our chair yoga class. My name is Tiana. This is Yoga with Tiana, and guess what? We have our chair. Today is the first Saturday of the month, and you know, every first Saturday we have to do our chair yoga. So, thank you so much for being a part of it. If you are going to take this practice, remember you can take whatever kind of chair you like, even, bedside yoga works. However, to be optimal, it's best that you have a chair that doesn't have any wheels on it and doesn't have any arms. So, a good old folding chair from Home Depot, Walmart definitely works. All right, and this is one you can do again on your desk chair, but it may have wheels. If you have a chair that has wheels, go ahead and push it up against the wall. And if you have a chair that has arms, you can come forward a little bit, and that will kind of help you as well. All right, so I thank you so much for being a part of the practice. Every single day I pick an intention word, and on Saturdays, I have to pick it with you. So I have my intention words right here. I'm going to bring it back a little bit, channeling my inner Vanna. There we go. So yesterday it was communication, right? Communication, it makes a difference. So if you're not communicating, try, try today. All right, let's pick our intention word. Let's see what we got. Uh, all right, I feel this one. Okay. I feel like these words have been on point. Today, you ready? Today's intention word is progression. Progression. How are we progressing? We're almost done with 2024. It's crazy. Even thinking about where we've been, what you've seen, what you've done. Let's start progressing. And of course, progression sometimes have peaks and valleys, and that's okay. But guess what? We keep on pushing. So I see we have Bima. Hey, hey. It's not a standing practice today, Bima, but it is a sitting practice. So I hope that works for you. Twitch, good morning to my moderator. Happy Saturday and let's roll. We got Jackie, Grand Rising. Tamisha, good morning. Hello, hello. Are we ready to get started? Thank you for putting the intention word. Are we ready to get started with our chair practice? I'm going to back up a little bit. And I know that sun is going to peek out at some point, but that's all right. We're going to get started with it. Now, we're going to start with our feet planted on the ground, connect with the earth. Maybe we're just getting up, so maybe you got to do that morning stretch. Oh, stretch the arms out nice and wide, arch the spine. And then let's bring it on down. Let's bring it on down. Allow your body to relax here. I want to actually turn up the music a little bit before we get going. I want to make sure you can hear me. So if it's not turned up, we gotta, turn it up. All right, let's come to a nice comfortable seat. Allow your body to get comfortable in that seat. Allow your body to be here, be present. And guess what? Start it with a little bit of intention. So that progression. This particular practice is going to progress. So we're going to start off with the basics and then we're going to continue to progress in this practice. This is a quick 30-minute practice. So bringing your hands down onto your lap, allow your feet to soften. If you have a back of the chair, just take a moment, ease back, relax the shoulders, soften those knees. They don't have to push together, let them relax. Allow those shoulders to melt on the exhale. Gently unclenching your jaw, softening your eyes, and bringing that awareness to your breath. We know that every day is a new day. We turn the page. And as we think about progression, let's start with that progression of the breath. Maybe even taking one hand and placing it on your abdomen, and then taking one hand and placing it on your chest. We're going to progress our breathing. So as we take a nice inhale in, we're going to inhale, let the belly expand, and then let the chest expand as we feel that breath all the way up to our chest. Hold, and then exhale and let it release. Let's do that one more time. Full cycle of breath. Inhale in, feel it in the belly, feel it in the chest. Gently hold and exhale, release. Continue your normal breathing. You can release your hands, bring them back down towards your lap. We're going to start our movement, gently taking our chin, bring it down towards our chest, feeling our stretch along the back of our neck. As we even progress, bringing our chin down, maybe it takes a few breaths. That's okay. Just noticing the levels of movement. And when you get to a place of comfort, finding some stillness in that comfort. And gently bringing your chin up towards the ceiling, or in my case, the sky. Again, noticing the progression of the movement. Maybe draw the chin all the way up if that feels comfort. And if you get to that comfortable space, pause. Maybe unclench the jaw. And gently bring it back down to neutral. We're going to roll our shoulders up towards our ears. Just notice how that feels. And release it down and back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And roll it again, maybe a little bit faster, a little bit slower. Again, this is your body. One more time here. And relax. Let's take those hands down towards our side. We're going to begin to roll out the wrist. Wide fingers as we roll out our wrist. We're going to begin to roll up, bringing those arms up overhead. We're still moving in one direction. Again, rolling out those wrists as we lift the arms up overhead. Nice and slow. Remember, this is a progression practice. And bring those palms to face each other. Relax the shoulders. And on that exhale, we're going to roll the opposite way as we bring it down. So whatever way you went, you go the opposite way. Keep breathing. Oh, it's a little bit harder this way. All right, you're going to end with your hands by your side. We're going to take that right hand. Remember, I'm your mirror. Right hand down towards the side. Left arm sweeps overhead. Give it a nice little stretch. Now we're starting our progression already. This is a little progression. Take it down. We're going to sweep it over to the opposite side. Bring both arms up overhead. Gaze up towards those hands. Slight back bend here. Exhale, bring those hands down into your lap as you bring the head down. Inhale, let's come back up to center. All right, again, I said we're going to work with progression, so that was one. Taking those hands back down towards your side, you're welcome to stay here. Or if you'd like to progress a little bit more, we're going to take those hands behind our head. Bring those shoulder blades down. Relax here. So I have my hands interlaced behind my head. Find a comfortable spot behind your head. And let's start to hinge over towards that right side. So this is now opening up your chest. Again, you're welcome to keep those hands down. One hand up. We'll open it up here. Gaze up towards that elbow if you have those hands behind your back, your head. Let's gently take it back up. Over to the opposite side. Breathe. Do you feel this in your shoulders? If you feel some tension, you can begin to come up a little and breathe out. On that exhale, let's take it back up to center. Now, let's lean it back. Gaze up towards the sky or the ceiling. Allow those shoulder blades to relax open. We're pouring out our chest here. Let's melt our shoulder blades back and our elbows back. Get that arch in your spine. And on that next exhale, let's bring the chin down towards the chest. Take the elbows towards each other. Let's gently take it back up to stillness. We're going to take those hands out, bring them up towards the sky. Exhale, we forward fold. Ooh. Allow your head to surrender down. We're going to turn our head towards the right, looking right over your shoulder. Keeping those hands down towards the feet, or maybe the hands are on blocks. Take the gaze back towards the feet. Take a full cycle of breath. On the exhale, turn towards the opposite side. Look over your shoulder. Take the gaze back down towards the feet. We're going to do that same thing, interlacing our hands behind our head. Let's bring our shoulders out. We're taking almost a flat back here. You're welcome to keep those hands down. And we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to turn our body. So turn that upper torso. Gaze up towards that right elbow. Again, this is that progression, keeping your body and your hips down onto the chair. Open up through your chest. Gently take it back down to neutral. Over to the opposite side. Breathe. Let's take it back down. Release the hands, take it down towards the feet. Come back into that forward fold. Take an inhale in, exhale. Let's bring it all the way up. Bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, let's take the hands down by your side. How are we feeling? All right. We haven't done anything with the feet. Can we pedal out our feet here? Pedal. All right. Pedal those heels. Just rock it from side to side here. You can do it to the beat. That's fine. You can move the shoulders. That's also fine. All right. Now let's bring the heels to stillness and let's tap the toes. So you can tap at the same time or you can tap one at a time. Whatever feels good to you. I want you to start feeling that in the shins. Again, tap whatever feels good to you. So you can tap together. You can tap one at a time. Let's get the monotone here, all right? The metronome, what is it? Metronome. Tap, 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 tap together. You can tap one at a time, right? Okay, all right, you got it? It's all right if you're not on beat. It's all right, it's your own beat. It's your own. All right, bring those toes to stillness. Let's lift all the toes up. Let's lower them down. Let's press into the big toe and let's lift the little toes up. Maybe you gotta look down. Let's release the little toes down. Let's press into the little toes and we take the big toe up. So press into the little toes, bring the big toe up, look down, see if you got it. And let's reverse, press the big toe down, little toes come up. And reverse again, you got that? Sometimes you gotta do the fingers. And release, tap it out. All right, very nice. Let's lift that right heel up. Lift the right heel up. Let's take the right heel off to the side. Open up through the hip. Let's take the right knee back to center. Let's lift the left heel up. Lift the left knee out to the side. Open up the hip. Let's take it back to the center. Same thing on that opposite side. Lift the right heel up. Lift it off to the side. And let's take it back to center. One more on this last one. You see the progression? You see where we're going? All right, let's lift it up. Let's take it off to the side. And let's gently take it back. All right, you got that? Let's windshield wiper out our knees because it's time to progress a little bit. So let's take our hands behind our head. You're welcome to keep those hands down. Taking our hands behind our head, let's lift that right heel up. Let's take that right heel off to the side. We're keeping our spine nice and straight. Let's take that foot back. Same thing on the opposite side. Let's lift that left heel up. Let's take it off to the side. Breathe. You may feel this in your hip. Let's take it back to center. Let's do one more just for good measure before we progress any further. Lift the right heel up. Let's take it off to the side and let's hold here. Hold here. Let's bring that knee out. Imagine pushing that knee back. And let's bring it back to center. All right, we're going to hold a little bit longer on the opposite side as well. Lift the knee up, heel up. Take the knee off to the side. Again, pushing that knee back. Open up that hip. Work the hip flexor. And let's take it back to center. Let's take the elbows in, chin to chest. Release, let's reverse. Take the chin up towards the ceiling. Let's flex those elbows back. All right, let's bring it back to neutral. So we're gonna go a little bit further. I'm gonna bring myself up a little bit more in this chair. So if you're welcome to bring yourself up. So same thing we did, knees are right underneath over the ankles. We're gonna lift that right heel up. And this time we're gonna float the knee up. So hug the knee towards the chest. Hug it in. It may hurt a bit. All right, breathe. Let's bring it over. Let it have some hang time. And then bring it down. How does that feel? Breathe. Lift through the chest. Expand the body. You got this. Now let's bring it back. So let's bring that hang time back in. Squeeze it. Bring it back to center. Let's lower down. Rock out that knee. Same thing on the opposite side. Let's squeeze, bring that knee in towards the chest. Take it off to the side, give it some hang time. And now let's take it down. Breathe, open up that knee, open up the hip. We're pushing that knee back. You got this. All right, let's bring it back. Let's give it some hang time. Squeeze that knee back in towards the chest. And let's bring it down. Let's bring ourselves to our forward fold with our elbows towards our forehead. Lower all the way down. We keep our hands behind our head. Take one more full cycle of breath. Press into the feet. Let's come all the way up. Let's lift it back. Arching the spine. And let's come back to neutral here. You ready? You got this? All right. Can we progress a little bit more? All right. So we're coming right back to that right knee. So let's bring that knee into the chest. Hug it in. Let it float a little bit. Let's flex the toe. Point the toe. Flex. Point. And let's bring it off to the side. Give it a little hang time here. And let's let it down. We're going to stay here for a second. We're going to progress. Remember I said progression. Can we start to lean over towards that right knee? You got this. Open up, gaze up towards that opposite elbow. Maybe you touch that elbow, maybe you don't, it's okay. Breathe. That's the most important thing. Relax the body. Find that length in that side body. Open it up. Breathe. Gaze up towards that elbow if it's comfortable. Let's gently come back to center. Take a breath. Are we ready to fly that knee again? All right, press into that opposite foot. Let's bring that knee in, take it back to center, lower down, shake it out. Take a breath. All right, you ready for the opposite side? All right, let's go. Let's bring that knee in, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. Let's bring it over. Have it a little hang time, lower down, find that length, breathe. You got this. Are you ready to come over to the side? So same thing, I'm just gonna move over a little bit so I'm still on camera. And let's bring it over. Now you may notice one side is a little bit tighter and that's okay. Do what feels good and comfortable to you. If you find yourself straining, feel free to come up a little bit and just open up right here. Do what feels good in your body. If you feel like, oh, maybe I can go down a little further, do what feels good. Take one more full cycle of breath. On that exhale, let's press into that opposite foot. Let's bring ourselves back up. And remember, press into that opposite leg. Let's bring that foot up. Give it some hang time. Let's bring it back to center. Lower down, lower our hands down and shake it out. Whew, that was a lot, right? How did that feel for you? Let me know. All right, let's bring those arms up overhead. Bring the palms to face each other. Relax your shoulders. We're going to turn towards the right side. So look towards your right side. Let's bring those hands to frame our body. Look behind you. Open up through your shoulders. Relax your jaw. If you find that that shoulder's up, feel free to bring it down. And let's gently bring both arms back up overhead, back to center. Take a full cycle of breath, and on that exhale, we go the opposite way. Again, look behind you. Just noticing the difference in your body. One may feel a little bit different, and that's okay. We give ourselves the grace. We know that our bodies are not symmetric. Let's gently bring it back to center. Bring both arms up overhead. Bring those palms to face each other. Let's inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Relax the lower back. Release the shoulders. Relax the head. Even if you'd like to heel toe those feet out a little bit wider than your hips, allowing your hands to come down into the center, maybe even allowing your body to come completely down into the ground, just allowing your body to surrender here. Release those shoulders, and if it feels comfortable, let's grab opposite elbows, really releasing yourself down. Shake your head yes and no. Release that tension in the neck. Slowly release the hands, bring them back down towards the feet. We're going to press into the feet as we slowly rise all the way up. Bring those arms up overhead. And exhale, let's bring it down. Ooh, we have two more stretches. Two more. You got this. Let's take that right knee. This time we're going to hug it in towards the chest. Hug it in. Maybe give it a little rock from side to side. Let's grab that foot and let's cross it over. So as we cross it over, maybe give that thigh a little love, maybe a little shake. If that feels good, you're welcome to stay just like this. If you'd like to progress and get a little bit deeper into the practice, you can flex those toes and start to lean forward. You may feel this in your hips, in your glutes. You can bring that elbow onto the thigh as long as it's not the knee. Begin to come down a little bit more. You got this. Breathe. Notice if you're hinging over to one side. Notice if you're on this side. Just trying to be a little bit more even in the center. We're going to slowly begin to rise up. And we're going to unclench and release. Uncross that leg. Rock it out. Same thing on the opposite side. Let's hug that opposite knee into our chest. Give it a rock. Grab the foot. Let's cross it over. Again, same thing. Our bodies are not symmetric. Remember, you can bring it down. Now, these particular practices are great when you are sitting a lot if you can't get up. If you can get up, stand up, right? But sometimes you can't get out of the chair, and that's okay. Maybe sometimes you don't want to get out of the chair, or you're not able to get on the floor depending on where you are. If you're able to cross your leg and just give yourself a little stretch, it's always great. All right? You can do this at any point. Take another one full cycle of breath. And let's gently come up. Let's release, uncross the leg, shake it out. Very nice. Now I want you to walk those feet out. I'm going to come to the side. Just one last stretch here, a little progression stretch. We're going to walk our feet out in front of us. We're going to bring those hands towards the side of the chair. Let's bring our shoulder blades to touch. Let's lift up our chest as we bring our shoulder blades back. Breathe. You're welcome to stay just like this. Or maybe if you'd like to lift up through those hips, you're welcome to, so you can grip the chair. Again, if you're on a chair with wheels, definitely don't recommend this. But if you are able to just lift those hips up a little bit, maybe bring a little lift in the hip, you're more than welcome to do so. A little reverse plank. Breathe. And on that exhale, bring those hips back down. Walk the feet back in. Let's take a forward fold. Very gently, let's begin to bring our arms up, slowly over our head. And exhale, bring those hands down towards our lap. I want you to just allow yourself to get comfortable. So I'm going to bring my chair back to center. I'm going to come a little bit closer. Just really allow our bodies to release here. This is where we get into that practice and just allow our bodies to release. So I want you to get nice and comfortable and do what feels natural for you. Do what feels good for you. Bring those feet to be flat onto the ground. If you're in a chair with wheels, remember, bring it up against the wall. Relax your shoulders. Just come to a nice, comfortable posture. We're going to breathe in through our nose. Exhale out. And if you'd like to come back to some of that progression breathing that we did, right? Placing that hand on the belly, placing the hand on the chest, and taking those full breaths, you're more than welcome to do so. So as we inhale in, we allow the belly to expand. Breathe in all the way until we feel it in our chest. We hold and exhale, release it out. So let's take 2 more of those uncued, just in your own pace. You're welcome to stay here. Connect with the body. Release the tension on the feet and the knees. Allow those knees to soften. You can continue to have hand to heart and hand to belly. Gently unclenching your jaw, softening your eyes. Honoring your body in this stillness. This little bit of peace. And maybe that peace doesn't extend beyond the chair. You can't control the outside world. But what you can control right now in this moment is your breath. Just allow your body to soften. There's so many things that's going on in the world. But in this very moment, you're taking those breaths to fill your cup. You're taking these breaths to honor those around you. You're taking these breaths to send healing energy to others. You're taking these breaths to put some good energy in the reserve for you for later. So as we continue to honor our body and honor our breath, I'm going to invite some movement, maybe wiggling our fingers and our toes, bringing our hands down, taking them to heart center, and just honoring your body and where you are right now, what you're feeling. Feelings are real, so honor those feelings and whatever you're feeling today. I thank you so much for showing up. I want you to thank your body for showing up for you. I thank you for allowing me to be a part of your day. I want you to take this energy, this progression with you off the mat and share it with others, because energy is infectious and I want you to share the good stuff. Until next time, I will see you again. Namaste. All right. Whew. How was that practice? I feel like I got a little bit, I was feeling the universe was given. Whew, before the end of that. So I hope that you enjoyed the practice. Let me know how you enjoyed it in the chat. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I see we got a lot of people on. Thank you so much for being here. All right. Thank you. Yes, get your smartwatch. I definitely did not set mine. So if you did not set your smartwatch, definitely, hey, remember to set it. I thank you so much for my moderator reminding me. I forgot to do that. Tamisha said it was good for the lower back. Hello, Jonathan. Good morning. All right. Tamisha, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We did that for hips, for lower back, for shoulders. You can get a good workout in just sitting in the chair. Of course, it's nice to stand up, stretch. So when you get up, give it a little stretch, right? Move your hips. But I thank you so much. I thank you so much for being a part of the practice. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. I got to get on out of here and move to the next one. I'm doing another outdoor yoga class, this time with Melanin Queen Creative. So shout out Melanin Queen Creative. I am on the way. I will see you soon. And thank you so much. All right. Until next time.